The strongest walls are not made of stone, but of silence. We build them inside ourselves, a quiet prison where we serve as both inmate and guard. This is the weight so many men carry without a name. Most will look for a simple answer and click away. But the freedom you seek is not in the beginning of this talk. It is in understanding the final structure. To miss it is to remain lost in the maze. Unseen weight. To speak of this prison, we must first understand how it is built. It is not built with malice, but with good intentions that have become distorted over time. It begins with a simple script, a role given to a young boy. Be strong, do not cry, provide, protect. These are not in themselves destructive. The problem is not the instruction, but the lack of instruction on how to manage the internal world that accompanies these duties. The script tells you what to do, but not how to be. It teaches you how to carry a great weight, but it does not teach you that it is also necessary to sometimes set that weight down. So a man learns to equate his value with his performance, his utility, his ability to endure without complaint. He builds his identity on a foundation of being unbreakable. But the human spirit is not stone. It is more like water. It is meant to flow, to feel, to express, and to move. When you build a dam to stop a river, the water does not simply disappear. It builds pressure. Quietly, invisibly, the pressure mounts behind the wall of stoicism. An emotion arises, sadness, fear, doubt, and the internal guard immediately says, "This is not allowed, this is weakness, suppress it." And so a man pushes it down. He does this again and again and again. Each suppressed emotion is another stone added to the dam, another layer of reinforcement on the prison wall. The collapse does not happen suddenly. It is the result of 1,000 small, silent decisions to deny one's own humanity. The outside world sees a strong wall, but inside, the pressure is becoming immense, seeking any crack, any weakness to escape. The great tragedy is that when a man feels this internal pressure, his training tells him the solution is to become even more rigid, even stronger. He mistakes hardness for strength. He believes that if he just tries harder to be unfeeling, the feelings will go away. He isolates himself further, believing his struggle is a unique personal failure, not a shared human condition. He is in a maze, and every turn he makes to escape only leads him deeper into its center. This is the collapse. It is not a loud explosion, but a quiet implosion. It is the moment the internal structure can no longer bear the unseen weight, and the man finds himself lost within his own mind, unable to find the words for what is happening because he was never given a vocabulary for his inner life. He has a map for the entire world, but no map for himself. The way out is not to tear down the wall. The wall is, in some ways, a part of you. The way out begins with a simple radical act, awareness. It is the decision to stop being the guard and to simply become an observer. Instead of saying, "I am anxious," you learn to observe. There is a feeling of anxiety present within me. This small shift in language creates a space. In that space, there is freedom. You are no longer the emotion. You are the awareness that is holding the emotion. You do not judge it. You do not try to fix it or push it away. You simply allow it to be there, like a cloud in the sky. You give it permission to exist, and in doing so, you rob it of its power over you. This requires no great effort, only a gentle, consistent turning of your attention inward. This awareness is the foundation. Upon it, we build a new structure, a new kind of discipline. Not the discipline of suppression, but the discipline of presence. The discipline to sit in stillness for a few minutes each day, simply observing the breath. The discipline to feel the sun on your skin, to truly taste your food, to listen without already forming a reply. This is not about escaping the world, but about fully arriving in it. This practice builds a new container, one that is not rigid like a stone wall, but flexible and vast like the sky. It is a container that can hold joy, sadness, fear, and peace, all without breaking. The old prison was built to keep feelings out. This new structure is built to let life in all its forms. The weight does not disappear, but you learn that you do not have to carry it all the time. You learn you can set it down, observe it, and then pick it up again when you must, but with a new understanding and a lighter heart. The prison was never truly locked. The door was always open. The only thing guarding it was an untrained mind that believed its own stories of limitation. The freedom that is sought is not an escape from life's challenges, but the inner peace to meet them with clarity and an open heart. This is not a battle to be won, but a quiet truth to be realized, a return to the self that was there all along, waiting patiently beneath the weight. Which part of this weight have you felt in your own life? The silence is often the hardest part to break.